also connect with Nitesh and let's take his take on this entire debate or news around the difference between gross SIP and net SIP inflows. So we've actually understood the entire matter from the Amphi CEO. But Nitesh, how would you like to explain this to our viewers?
Sure, Kavita. First of all, thanks for having me today on the show. And Kavita, this is quite crucial topic because since last few days, some news and some reports are going on that the actual number of SIP is something else and the net SIP number is something else. And that's why this whole topic. And so thanks for this interview and clarification because the industry needs this. So it's quite timely. Before that, Kavita, I would like to throw some numbers. In July 22, the SIP number was 12,000 crore. In July 23, it was 15,000 something. And in July 24, which we are discussing, is the lifetime highest 23,332 crore, 23,332 crores. This is 53% rise in last 1 year and approximately double since July 22. And that's why the whole discussion started. Is this number real? And when I say it's real, so one should look at the gross number or a net number. Mr. Venkat has beautifully explained that why we need to look at the gross number. And Kavita, I'm in agreement with that. The reason is that this 23,332 crore is the actual money received under SIP accounts. So we need to look at that number. Of course, at the same time, if we get the number of SIP cancellation, that's the another number to look at. But when people are saying that around 8,900 crore is the net SIP number and the gross SIP number is 23,332, I would say that it's not factually correct because as Mr. Venkat explained, in that 8,900 crore, which industry is getting this number, which includes some part of redemption which bound to happen. Kavita, in our show or whenever we discuss about the financial planning, we say that, okay, you are saving for some goal. And of course, people going to withdraw those money, right? And also, like in this market, sometimes we say that, okay, you need to book some profit in mid and small cap, right? So out of that SIP account, okay, SIP folio, there has to be some redemption month on month. So the net number is derived after the redemption, after the switch from one to another scheme, and also the cancellation. So I think I'm in agreement. And Kavita, the number to look at should be the gross number, which is right now 23,332 crore. So thanks to three factor, I would say the fundamentals are strong. The sentiments also very positive right now about the Indian market. And of course, we are seeing this kind of a liquidity. And because of this, we are seeing these numbers. We are at approximately 25,000 Nifty. And I will not be surprised in a month or two, this SIP number also will touch 25,000 crore, Kavita.
Exactly. So the SIP inflows, the number that we are seeing, the Josh is completely high over here. And on that note, let's take a quick break even on our show because post that, let's connect with our viewers. And we have Nitesh who will be answering our viewers' queries live. And in case you're watching the show now, you can also send across your questions on our WhatsApp number and email ID. So a quick break and post that, let's have our viewer connected live with us.
In association with SBI, Solid Bank is solid backing.
Keeping up with the pace of life is not easy. To find the perfect balance, we need to savor the pause. See? It never ends.
How does it play out? Like you have these number of dating apps, you also have your SEMA aunties, your traditional way of matchmaking. So how do you stay relevant for so many years and how do you make your mark?
No, we try to move with the times. So I think earlier it was very unidimensional. You used to put up a profile and people used to come and check it out. And then if you liked somebody, you got in touch. Now we've added things like chat, we've added Shadi Live where you can meet a lot of people online. So we use technology more and more, right, to try to stay with the times.
Presented by IDFC First Bank, always you first. Associate partners, Brand Buzz Ventures, Fiona Advisory.
Amit ji, हाँ जी।
दुनिया में आपके सबसे फेवरेट प्लेसेस कौन सी हैं? ओह, लंदन।
पीकाजी खाओ लंदन जाओ, रोज जीतो हर पैक पर एक गारंटीड गिफ्ट। पीकाजी खाओ लंदन जाओ।
No buck buck, non-stop धक धक, non-stop music on Sunrise Hits रोज सुबह 8 से 10 सिर्फ Zoom पर।
All right, welcome back. You're watching The Money Show, and let's get connected with our viewers. And I have Nitesh, Buddhadev to answer their queries live. And Nitesh, let's take Nikhil's question. He's writing this question from Australia via email, and he says that he's planning to invest in mutual funds for 5 to 6 years. He's flexible as far as his risk appetite is concerned, and planning to raise a corpus, a good portfolio with good returns, basically. He wants your help in deciding what kind of mutual funds he should be starting off with and how much he should be allotting to each fund. He's planning to invest almost 50,000 and per month, and he wants to know, because he has an NRI status, and he should be investing through NRE account, and what are the nitty-gritties, if an NRI wants to invest in Indian mutual funds. And he also plans to start a business with 6 crores investment after 5 years, and he's planning to raise 40% of the investment through mutual funds. And for that, he wants your suggestion, a roadmap, a financial roadmap. And he's considering the funds that he really likes. He wants your take on them. JM Flexi Cap, Bandhan Small Cap, or Quant Small Cap. So this is what he's so far researched and have liked in terms of performance. What's your take on his question?
Kavita, it's quite interesting when we hear these questions and we see the recent or recency bias in the kind of a funds people are asking for and the viewers are asking for. But it is quite normal, I guess. But to start with, I would like to tell Nikhil that it's good you are considering to invest in India, and India likely to outperform the global market, that it seems from the fundamentals. But all said and done, because your horizon is only 5 years, because you are looking to start a business which require a capital of approximately 4 out of total 6 crore, you are approximately planning 40% out of this corpus, which is 2.4 crore. So if, Nikhil, you want to create a corpus of 2.4 crore in next 5 years, and the approximately investments, if you are investing through SIP, would be 3,15,000 per month. So 50,000 would be quite less. So you need to increase that amount from 50,000 to 3,15,000, and the approximately the return you should expect from this portfolio should be in the range of 10%. Okay, if you are just seeing the past return of 15, 18, or 20% in few of the categories, I would say we should have a reasonable expectation over next 5 years. Because if we look at the data of 10, 15, 20 years of data, if you invest in Nifty for any 7 years, the negative instance is 0. But at the same time, it has delivered on an average more than 10% return 83% of the times. All said and done, I'm talking about the 7 years horizon. Here your horizon is 5 years. And also in that, you are looking to invest in something like mid and small kind of a category. I would say if you are looking to invest in mid and small cap, the horizon should be 7 to 8 years, and it should not be 5 years. When you are investing, Nikhil, for 5 years, the average holding period in the market would be just 2.5 years. Because if I'm starting SIP today, only the first installment will stay in market for 60 months. The second will stay for 59 months, and third will for 58 months, and the last installment for only 1 month. In this way, you are just staying in the market for 2.5 years, have a lower and the reasonable expectation, which is around 10% CAGR, to get that 2.4 crore out of Indian equity mutual fund. You should be having a balanced kind of approach when it comes to portfolio. It should be mixed of hybrid, which is like balanced advantage fund, aggressive hybrid, and flexi and multi-cap funds. For sure, not the mid and small cap funds. So this is what, Kavita, I feel when it comes to this particular goal of Nikhil.
Nitesh, let's move on to our next viewer who's connected on the phone line, Mr. Bharat Bhushan from Ludhiana. Mr. Bhushan, good evening. Thank you so much for sending us your question. The details that you have sent us, it seems you have HDFC Mid Cap Fund, you have Nippon India Small Cap and Quant PSU, and you want to also invest lump sum 1 lakh for 5 to 8 years. Sir, is the duration the same for your SIP also?
Actually, I want to know about my father is distribution there, and this portfolio is from my father.
Okay, this is your father's portfolio? Sure. Okay, I got that. Okay, so I just want to know the duration for lump sum and SIP is 5 to 8 years. Can we just take 8 years as an extreme? Can we do that?
Yes, talking about I want to invest 1 lakh for 5 to 8 years.
So for 1 year, 5 year and 8 years?
5 to 8 years.
5 to 8 years. Okay. So what happens is, your risk appetite, I mean, considering it's your father's portfolio, I also want to know that he wants a regular income from this portfolio. Is he looking at that?
Yes.
Okay. And how much would that amount be every month? And from when?
Actually, we are not against the mutual fund. Just they want to invest lump sum amount. Yes, please.
He wants a lump sum amount.
Yes.
From this okay. So what happens is, all right. So, 1 lakh you want to invest lump sum, that I got, but I also want to know regular income that you want from this portfolio. How much would that be every month if you are looking at that purpose from this portfolio?
This portfolio, you need to, this portfolio which is already continuous.
Okay. All right, Nitesh, I think we have the fund mix and we have the time horizon. See, the risk appetite really changes, if we just consider 5 years or if we extend it 8 years, we are slightly more flexible in terms of risk if it's 8 years. But then let's give him a strategy for 5 years and for 8 years where the risk will differ. Accordingly, his allocation in equity also. What do you suggest?
Right, very much true, Kavita. If it's for 5 years, as we were discussing, the average holding period is just 2.5 years because we are investing through SIP. Even if it 8 years, it's 4 years of average holding period, and risk differs. And of course, he is looking to invest for his fathers, and it's his portfolio. So we need to see their risk appetite and overall risk profile before suggesting. But yeah, of course, as per the fund mix available and the approx horizon he has given, I think he can continue to stay with HDFC Midcap, where he has already have some corpus built in of around 1.3 lakh rupees. He can continue to hold that. At the same time, if its horizon is for 8 years, I'm considering that he can continue with the Nippon Small Cap. But I would suggest to come out of Quant PSU and better to shift to Quant Active Fund, which is a multi-cap fund. And the new 1 lakh rupees he wants to park in, he can divide equally between the HDFC Flexi Cap and Mirai Large and Mid Cap Fund, Kavita.
All right, so that's the solution coming up for you, Mr. Bhushan, and all the best. And with that, it's time to wrap up the show as well. Thank you so much, Nitesh, for being on the show and helping our viewers with their financial portfolio queries today. And time to sign off, but I'm going to leave our viewers with our WhatsApp number and email ID where you can send across your questions and we can take your questions live on the show and have them answered by our experts. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.